Hey everybody, I want to give you an update on how my job search is going. I did a video resume, put that on my YouTube channel, and I think that's been helping. So initially, I just put out some tweets and on different, also on LinkedIn, I put out something saying that I was looking for new work. I described a little bit about what I was looking for and what skills I had, and I got a very big response. A lot of recruiters reaching out, so immediately there was a big response, and it kind of kept going for about a week or so. And then I would pretty consistently get more recruiters reaching out to me. So for the first maybe 3 weeks, I was very busy with talking to a lot of recruiters. So since I put that video out where I basically answered a bunch of questions that the recruiters had been asking me, and then talked a little bit about what I'm looking for, I've actually had less interest. But that's a good thing, right? Because that means that if a recruiter looks at that video, they may realize that the job they're trying to come to me with isn't something that is for me. It's not something I'd be interested in. All right, so it's basically doing what I wanted to do, because now I find that the jobs that I'm being presented with are more in line with what I want. So there are less jobs but better quality jobs. So it was kind of a gamble on my part. I put out a lot of information. I knew it would turn some people off, but hopefully attract the right kinds of jobs. So that's where I'm at right now. Uh, Unfortunately, the situation in my industry, which is software engineering, is there's been a lot of layoffs, right? So you hear this big news. A lot of companies are laying off, thousands of people. So that means there's a lot more people in the market looking for jobs, and a lot of companies aren't hiring right now. But I found that that's only in certain sectors, right? So the strict tech jobs, the social media jobs, they're down. But some areas are still hiring, and I'm actually really attracted to those areas. So there's a lot of jobs in the health industry, in the medical industry. So I have potentially some jobs coming up, some interviews coming up with companies that I feel are really trying to do something good in the world. You know, generally the theme is we're trying to improve the quality of medical care, decrease costs, increase the amount of time that doctors can spend with patients, or they're trying to use artificial intelligence to um, increase quality of care. So I'm attracted to that because I feel like I'll be doing something good. So I've been pursuing those. I've had some job offers with some companies that I shouldn't say job offers. I've had some interest, not an offer. I've had some interest from companies where I'm not exactly sure if I'm on board with what they're doing. So I'm kind of holding those in reserve, right? If it gets to the point where I really feel like I want to take a new job, maybe I can go with a company that, as long as they're not doing anything that I'm really against, maybe they're not doing something good in the world. Maybe it's more of a neutral thing. I'm leaving those on the back burner for now. I have a few jobs that I'm very excited about. I'm waiting to hear back about one of them. The other one I have an interview coming up for next week. So I'm hoping that I'll get something. Overall, I thought that I would at least have a job offer by the end of November, and it's looking like that may happen. Based on the interview schedules, I may hear back. I have heard back from a few places where they said they either already hired a candidate for the position, or the company decided that they're no longer hiring for that position. So I think this is just an economic thing. They see all the big companies are firing people, and they're thinking, okay, well, maybe we shouldn't be hiring right now. They're, really, if you're a company and you know how much money you have and how much money you bring in every month, and you know how much money you have to pay your employees, you can figure out how much longer can I keep going before I have to declare bankruptcy, right? So one of the biggest ways to stretch out that runway is to either not hire the new positions you were planning on, or to fire some people. And so you see a lot of companies are doing that. might actually be a smart move. If you know you don't have the money to keep going for a while, it's probably a smart move. So I'm not mad at the companies for doing that. It just makes things a little bit more difficult for me. So overall, I'm still pretty positive about my job hunt, and at the very least, I've got to talk to a lot of new people. I've become aware of a lot of different companies that I didn't even know existed. A lot of good work happening, especially in the medical field, but also in a few other industries as well. And I think I'm going to come out of this with at least some more skills, some more experience in interviewing. I do have a technical interview next week that I need to practice and brush up on my skills with. So I may live stream my interview practice so that it can be helpful to other people. That's where I'm at right now. So if anybody watching this, if you're hiring or your company's hiring, have a look at my video resume. See if you think I'd be a good fit for your company, and then let me know. Send me a message. I'm open to all kinds of work. The only thing I would say is I need to be able to pay the bills for my family. So my salary requirements are in that video, and I would like to work for a company that is doing something good for someone, even if that's just making their day a little bit easier, a little bit better. At the end of the day, I've worked a lot of jobs in my life, and I've realized that I feel a lot better about myself and my work if I know that I'm helping people in some way. So that's where I want to be, and I hope I can find a job like that. And I'm going to keep going until I do. I just need to resist the temptation to take a high paying job that I may not be completely on board with the mission with. Because I've been there before. It's hard to resist. And I need to make sure I don't go down that path. So I'm saying this on a video to maybe just to hold myself accountable. If it stays in my mind as a thought, it's a lot easier to ignore that thought. But I need to be careful and make sure that this is something that's going to be fulfilling financially and from a moral standpoint as well. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I know a lot of you are probably going through job searches as well. I'd be glad to help you out. Maybe share some of the companies that I know that are hiring, or if you have any advice from me, I'd love to hear it. Any bit of advice, if that can help me find a great job for me and my family, I definitely welcome all the advice. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.